welcome back to another video, and today we're diving into the heart of summer with a little bit of French country charm. So get ready to declutter, clean, and infuse some fresh breezy vibes into your kitchen and living room. So grab your lemonade, put on your favorite apron, and let's get started on this summer refresh journey together. So who else is ready to say goodbye to clutter and hello to fresh summer ready space? I definitely was, and I was kind of getting tired of looking at the same thing. For me, I love change, and I definitely love change throughout the season. I love switching up my decor, even if it's just a little bit, changing a curtain here and there. And I went through some of my things and I found this really cute gingham printed fabric, and some of these were curtains and pillowcases that I made years ago, and I'm just going to modify the curtain part and add that to my kitchen. And then I have these cute pillow covers that I will be adding to my living room space. I also found these curtains that were a toile print, and I decided not to use them later on in the video, but I'm going to switch out my kitchen curtain right now, and I do have that blue up, and I'm just going to switch it to the green. It just gives a fresh, nice summer feel. I haven't shopped for decor in forever. I normally shop my house, but this time I wanted something a little new and different. So I was at Home Goods and I found this fresh wreath and some other things. This is just a drawing mat that I found. I thought it was really pretty. I loved that blue flower print on there, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. But I will be using that wreath in my kitchen. I have this little space over by my window, and I normally don't know what to do with it. And for the past year or so, I've had this cute little circular cutting board up there, and I just switch out the wreath throughout the seasons. And I did have this lavender wreath up here for springtime, and I thought I would just switch it out, going with that fresh feel theme. I thought I would add this green wreath, and it just looks perfect. And I think it's actually made with real leaves, like real dried leaves, and I just really love the way this looks. And now I'm going to clear off my countertops and clean them really well. I love doing this when I'm switching out my decor. I have this Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day multi-surface cleaner. This is a concentrated recipe, I guess you would call it, and I'm just going to mix about a capful of it into some water. And the scent is bluebell, and it smells so good, and it really is setting that vibe for a fresh feel in here, and I absolutely love it. What is your favorite way to incorporate summer colors into your decor? I would really love to know. If you aren't one to really switch out your decor much or anything, I would like to know how you actually incorporate summer colors into your existing decor. Let me know down in the comments below. Oh, it smells absolutely amazing in here. And I'm just curious, does anyone else love the smell of freshly cleaned countertops as much as I do? Because I just find it so satisfying. Let me know down in the comments below. Now I'm just going to be putting most of my items back on my countertops. I am kind of switching a few things around, which you'll see here in just a minute. But I am curious to know if you have any tips for keeping your kitchen organized during the busy months of summer. I know that some of you guys have younger kids and it does get pretty crazy. And if you have any tips for keeping your kitchen organized during the busy summer months, let us all know by typing that into the comments below. I love displaying my items on my countertops in a very pretty way because I just think it looks better, and I love keeping Rocco's treats in this cute jar, and I made a label with it using my Cricut machine. And then I also have Kirby's cat food on the countertop as well, and I also use the same concept by putting it in a pretty jar and putting a cute label on it using my Cricut machine. Switching things up just a little bit in here, I wanted to add a little bit of brightness to this corner, and when I was at Home Goods I found this adorable lamp, and it was totally going with the concept of that green, and I love how it matched the French country toile that I'm going to be using in the living room, and it just looks beautiful. I love that crystal on here and that little pop of gold, and it really adds a little bit of character here in the corner. And I think it was $19.99 at Home Goods, and I originally just placed it in the corner not thinking anything, but the more I looked at it I thought it would look even better with some type of a pedestal. So I found a candle holder that I had previously been using, and I placed it over here and just set the lamp on it. And then I'm going to be re-adding my canisters that I absolutely love. I found these at Kirkland's online a few years ago, and then again I used my Cricut machine making some really cute labels. Since I wanted to free up some space and do some decluttering, I am going to be placing my oil and vinegar bottles and my salt and pepper holder in my cabinet with the rest of my spices, just freeing up some space and making it look a little less cluttered on my countertops. And this is the little mini pedestal candle holder thing that I was talking about a few minutes ago, and I was actually using this for my salt and pepper holder and my oil and vinegar bottles right by my stove. I have another one that I use as a candle holder, but I thought this would look perfect over here in the corner, just giving it a little more character and adding some height to this beautiful lamp. And I think everything looks so beautiful, nice and cleaned up, and just giving it a fresh new feel in here. Switching out things out of the original packaging and adding that beauty of everything just flowing together. And I love that look that switching things out into pretty bottles and canisters really do to your home. And I did that with my soap bottles, my dish soap and my hand soap, and placing it on a beautiful tray. And then I'm going to be adding this candle here in my kitchen. It is a eucalyptus lavender scented candle, and it's just really setting the mood for everything that I have already finished in here, giving it a fresh feel and just a really comfortable vibe. And I know that green isn't necessarily a summer color, it's more of a spring color, but I wanted to add something fresh and just really clean in here. And maybe July or August I'll add some pops of color, but for now I love the way this green is really looking here in the kitchen. I'm not going to really do much over here and redecorate my hutch, but going with the concept of cleaning things up and decluttering, I'm just going to be removing this wreath that I had up for spring and just kind of cleaning it up, like I said. And I really like how it gave that concept of that decluttering. You don't always have to add a ton of stuff because sometimes less is more, and I just think it looked pretty just the way it was with how I had it decorated on top. And then moving on into the living room, I have my mantle over here, and then I'm just going to be switching out my pillow covers here on my sofa. While I was at Home Goods, I really lucked out and found these green toile pillows, and I believe they're originally for a bedroom, but I didn't care. I was looking for some green toile and I found some, so I was definitely going to use that to my advantage. And I did not like the filling of these. I didn't like the inserts that they had, and I wanted to use my own. I don't like the stiff pillows. I like to give it a little chop. No, some of you guys don't like that, but I love giving it that chopped look, and these are definitely unchoppable, so I took them out. I added my own feather down inserts. Now I'm just switching out my blue toile smaller pillow covers, and I'm going to be adding that same gingham print that I have in my kitchen. And I made these pillow covers many years ago, before I even moved into this house. So I want to say it was probably 8 years ago, and I really like these. These are super cute, and I was actually pretty shocked that I still had them, but I'm glad I didn't get rid of them because this all goes so perfectly, and I am really loving the green. Now I'm just going to add my throw blankets because no matter what the season is, no matter how hot it is outside, I always have my air on. Well, not always have my air on. I have my air on during the super hot months of summer, and I like it a little cold, and I always love to snuggle with a nice throw blanket. So I'm going to be adding a couple throw blankets to the end of my chase side of my sofa. Okay, now who's getting inspired to add a pop of greenery to their living room after seeing these ideas? I definitely love the way this looks. I shocked myself actually. As I thought of adding green, I thought, I don't know, it might not be enough, but it definitely is. I feel like it's very neutral but fresh at the same time, and I love this French country look that I am getting with the toile print and just all the cozy vibes in here, and I love it. Before I started this decor video, I really wanted to switch things up drastically with my mantle, but I wanted to keep the color. After I did everything else, I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep the color, I'm going to keep the way this mantle looks, and I really love that pink up here with the green, and everything just goes already perfectly with the vibe that I am going with. So I'm going to keep the mantle the way it is for now, and I will most likely switch it up in a little bit, and stay tuned for that video. I want to completely switch it up. I want to switch out that print that I have on the wall and the planter and everything. So stay tuned because I have a few ideas in mind, but for now I just want to keep it the way it is. I just think it looks perfectly and everything just flows too perfect to switch that part up. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope this video truly inspired you to do some decorating and gave you some ideas. I think green is such a fresh way to add something different to your home if you don't already have that color, and you can always add a color to it. I actually thought of adding pops of yellow to bring in that summer feel, but I really just liked the way the green looked alone with the rest of the creams and whites that I had in here. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you truly loved today's video, please make sure that you give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will definitely see you in the next one. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thanks again for watching. Bye.